Welcome back to another Madden 21 rebuild I have for you guys here today. Today it's going to be another fantasy style rebuild, this time of the Cincinnati Bengals, my franchise team in Madden 20. I'm kind of close to the roster. You know, we won a couple Super Bowls. It was a great time if you guys watched that series. But if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, if this is your first time visiting, and if you are looking forward to some more Madden 21 franchise content down the line, I would massively appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And if you end up enjoying this video in particular, it would also be massively appreciated if you could hit that like button. But let's begin by going over the roster. So the Bengals made a bunch of moves in the offseason. They had a really solid draft in my eyes. They signed a bunch of pretty good free agents as well. So this is going to be an interesting rebuild. They're definitely not as bad as they were last year, but the roster still is under an 80. It's a 78 overall, 76 offense, 81 defense. There's certainly still some work we have to do, but Joe Burrow is this team's quarterback, the first draft pick from this most recent draft. He should be face scanned into the game. There he is, looking all nice. 86 throw power, 85 deep, 84 medium, 88 short. Really good accuracy ratings. He can also move around very well if he needs to. 83 speed, 86 acceleration, 82 agility, 80 change of direction. Definitely not bad. So Joe Burrow is going to be our franchise quarterback. I have high hopes for him, both in real life and in this game here. Joe Mixon is the running back. Recently just inked a new contract. He's a really good running back. I think he's emerging very well right now. 91 speed, 93 acceleration, does not fumble, 97 carrying, 88 trucking. Obviously, he was a god in my franchise with this team. Joe Mixon was so good. He still is very good, of course. Also, historically, Joe Mixon plays incredibly well in Madden, so I'm expecting him, you know, to play well once again. This team has a really good group of receivers. AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, John Ross, Auden Tate, Alex Erickson, T. Higgins. You know, these guys are all pretty solid. AJ Green, of course, like, if he's healthy and on the field, he is one of the best receivers in football. I think that overall shows that quite well. He's an 88. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, after this year, if he has a good season, he goes up into the 90s again. AJ Green is incredibly good. He's excellent at most things that you ask a receiver to do, right? AJ Green is a very, very good receiver. He is old, though, and of course in real life dealing with some injuries and whatnot. But we're gonna have to move on from him at some point soon, and I definitely think we have, you know, a replacement for him. We have a couple options. Honestly, Auden Tate is good as well. 23 years old, 76 overall, star development. He has so much potential. And then T. Higgins. They just drafted this player. 6'4", 21 years old, only normal development, but he's a 71 overall. I think T. Higgins can be pretty solid, to be honest. Like, I don't think he's going to be a bad player whatsoever. I don't know how much he's going to play in real life. I honestly don't even know how much he's going to play for us here, because there are a lot of receivers I'd like to get involved. Tyler Boyd is a good slot receiver, 82 overall in that department. That's probably where he's going to be playing. He's a really solid option. I feel like I should start Auden Tate, but then we also have John Ross, who's obviously incredibly fast. But Auden Tate does have that star development, so I'm very tempted to start Tate, Boyd, and Green, but I feel bad for, like, T. Higgins. I feel bad for John Ross. Like, I don't know, man. It's a weird situation, but I'll probably rock with these three guys here. I definitely don't think we're going to have to deal with receiver for a little while at least, because I do want to try some of these guys out here. The offensive line, I'm definitely going to upgrade as soon as possible. Jonah Williams, the highest overall offensive lineman, is only a 72. Billy Price at least has star development. Williams has star development as well. It's not the best group of players, but maybe we can get some production out of these guys with star development at least. I could also use a new tight end. Drew Sample isn't awful. He's a 67 overall, and he's still fairly young, so maybe we can start him. But tight end has been very easy to trade for in the past couple Maddens, so I might try to get a new one here on this team. And then on the defensive side, they drafted some players over here as well. Logan Wilson is this team's middle linebacker now. 24 years old, a bit old for a rookie, but still I think he can progress perfectly fine. 73 is actually a really solid overall. And then you also have Akeem Davis Gaither, 68 overall, rookie out of Appalachian State. I definitely think he's gonna, you know, play well for us in this rebuild. Wilson and Davis Gaither should be very solid this entire time. I guess I'll continue with the linebackers. Josh Bynes is the left outside linebacker. He's a player I wouldn't be opposed to trading, because we do have some replacements for him, like Jermaine Pratt, my user for the first season last year with this franchise. Jermaine Pratt developed really well for me, but that was just because I was using him. I still think he can develop well in the game. Linebackers seem to be very easy to develop this year. I may even slide Logan Wilson to outside linebacker. Actually, Jermaine Pratt's a 73 out there. I'll probably just do that. Jermaine Pratt's going to play left outside linebacker, I think, and these guys will probably go up in development after this season. Jesse Bates is the starting free safety. He's another player with a lot of potential, very young as well, only 23 years of age. He's a really solid free safety already, and I think he's going to progress really well for us here. Von Bell is the starting strong safety, another player who has some potential and is young, 25 years old, 79 overall, not a bad strong safety option. Sean Williams, was this team's strong safety. I can probably get rid of him because he's 29 years old and only a 76. So Von Bell and Jesse Bates are going to be the safeties, for the foreseeable future. This team went after Trey Waynes here in free agency. I'm pretty certain he got injured in real life. I'll have to look that up just to see if I'm correct, but he's incredibly fast, 91 acceleration as well, good agility, pretty good coverage ability. I guess I'll probably keep him for a little while. I don't really know what to do with this cornerback core. Like, William Jackson's a good corner, but he's getting up there in age as well. We have Darius Phillips, who could start. He's young, only 24 years old. We have Mackenzie Alexander, who isn't that great either. He's only a 78. He's going to be regressing in a couple seasons as well. I think cornerback is a position we probably draft with this team. Hopefully we can get some guy with hidden. Yeah, okay, so Trey Waynes did get injured, and apparently he's supposed to miss most of the 2020 season. Oh, that really sucks because they literally just signed him, and I'm sure his contract is not small. Yeah, now I don't know if this is completely accurate to what he signed in real life, but he has a 3-year contract here. 10 mil, 16 mil, 16 mil. Oh, we're going to have to get rid of him at least after this season, but that sucks for them in real life for sure. Hopefully he can bounce back at some point. And then the defensive line, the last position group we did not talk about, they have Carl Lawson, Carlos Dunlap, and Sam Hubbard on the defensive ends. Khalid Kareem, I guess, is also here. I don't really think he's going to play all that much. He is a rookie, so he definitely could. But I kind of like Carl Lawson and Sam Hubbard. I kind of want to see what they can do. And then Gino Atkins, one of the better players in this entire team for sure. He's old, but he's very good. I like Gino Atkins a lot. I'm probably not going to get rid of him. Maybe if he regresses really poorly, but I kind of just want him to retire. That would be ideal for me. And then they do have DJ Reader, another free agent acquisition. He's a solid defensive tackle for sure. Mike Daniels is also on this team. They have a really good group of defensive tackles. These guys are going to be incredibly tough to block. They're all very good in their own respects. But yeah, this is the roster. Definitely has some potential. There are so many young starters on this team that I'm pretty high on. And then there's, some trade value for sure. And this is a fantasy style rebuild, so that's exactly what I like to see. I'm going to go ahead and make a few trades, not all that many. I'm going to try to spread the trades throughout the course of these rebuilds a little bit more than I used to, at least last year. But let's go ahead and potentially get some more draft picks. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of a receiver or not. There's like so many options on this team. I feel like I should get rid of one of these guys. It'll probably be Alex Erickson. I'm sure our team's interested in him. I'm a really big fan of this first trade. I think Elgton Jenkins is going to develop really well here for us, but I'm giving the Packers Alex Erickson, CJ Uzama, and LaShawn Sims to get the left guard. So this team has a group of expensive and bad offensive linemen. Bobby Hart and Alex Redmond are two of them. They're both in the 60s, and they're both making too much money, in my opinion. I'm also giving the Lions Jordan Evans for their first-round draft pick. Now, this is kind of a tough one because I do really like Carlos Dunlap. I think he's a good player. But there's just not that much room for him on the team anymore, especially at defensive end. And I'm not going to move him to defensive tackle because, once again, there's not much room at that position either. So I think my best option is just to get rid of him. Trey Hopkins, Xavier Suafilo, and Carlos Dunlap for the Cardinals' first-round draft pick. The final trade here is going to be for a tight end. So Josh Bynes and Sean Williams are going to my favorite team in exchange for Dallas Goddard. The team here for the first season is a 77 overall, 76 offense, 80 overall defense. Joe Burrow has another option to try to find. Dallas Goddard joins the team, and I think he's going to develop quite fine there at tight end. We have a new starting left guard. Elgton Jenkins is going to be there. Billy Price is playing at right guard now. I think Elgton Jenkins is going to be a great player on this offensive line. He's going to help out a ton. I'm still looking to draft a few more offensive linemen for sure because, yeah, this offensive line is not done just yet. But I do think they are good enough for Joe Burrow to play well in simulation. Joe Mixon should also be fine. I didn't really talk about him, but Giovanni Bernard is also on this team. He's a pretty good running back as well. The receiving core, I didn't really mess with, I guess, other than trading Alex Erickson. I'm going to have Auden Tate be the number 3. Tyler Boyd is still going to be the slot, though. It's an interesting situation because I do want to get T. Higgins involved. Maybe I can after this year because I'm pretty sure this is a contract year for AJ Green. Maybe we don't bring him back. And then on the defensive side, I moved Jermaine Pratt to left outside linebacker. The defensive ends are all situated with Sam Hubbard and Carl Lawson. So this side of the ball actually looks a little bit better than the offense. I mean, you can tell by the overall as well, but I'm pretty excited to get into this one. I do think this team's going to develop quite well even this season. I'm not sure if we're going to do well. We might, be able to sneak over like 500 or something, but I'm really not expecting all that much. Yeah, so this season doesn't seem like it's, shaping up to be a good one. We got crushed on several different occasions. We are 2-6, so at least we have a couple wins. 6-1 for the Steelers, 5-2 for the Ravens, 4-4 down there for the Browns. But let's check out the development trait. I think it's just of Joe Burrow. He has superstar development. I could have guessed that as well. He's the first overall selection. It makes sense. He's also incredibly good, super deserving of this development trait. He's also going to be up to an 81 after that experience point. Let me see if I can get him to fit the scheme. He was very close to it before. He's not going to be able to fit the scheme, sadly. Maybe one day, though. We can try to get this up. Whatever. Anyway, he's going to be a good quarterback for us this entire time. I'm excited to see how he plays this year, though. But, you know, the team doesn't have the best morale. That makes sense. We only have 2 wins. We really shouldn't have the best morale, but a couple of these rookies are up quite well. That's really all I'm looking for, you know, for this first season. But let's see who has to come back to the team. So Joe Mixon did get a contract in real life, so we're going to give him this one in the game. I guess I didn't update just yet. AJ Green, like, I love AJ Green. I think he's such a good player. I've always really liked AJ Green. I always thought he was a little bit underrated in a way, but I don't know if I'm going to give him this contract. He's 32 years old. We have receiver options who aren't him. It really sucks to do, but I don't think I'm going to bring him back. Carl Lawson, I think I will bring back to the team. William Jackson's another interesting one. He's down to an 82, and he's going to be regressing kind of soon, but we do need some kind of cornerback help, because I don't think I'm going to bring back Mackenzie Alexander unless he has a crazy season. So I probably should go after William Jackson at least. There aren't that many players, you know, who I really want to bring back here, though, so I guess that's good. We're going to have a good bit of money. We definitely have to try to win something on Joe Burrow's rookie contract, because if not, we're going to be spending a lot of money on Joe Burrow. But yeah, Joe Mixon, let's go like 5 and then 5. Why not? I don't know what his exact contract is. So 5. He's going to accept that for 5 more seasons. There we go. Carl Lawson, let's give him a contract as well. He wants a 3-year contract. I'm going to bump this up to 7 salary. And he wants that deal. There we go. Now we have a good edge rusher for a little while. William Jackson, I think I will give a contract to. He's not asking for all that much money either, to be completely honest. Let's give him this contract. He's going to accept it. There we go. John Ross is another interesting one, but there's just no room for him to play. I'll let him go to another team and potentially be dominant. I don't really think I'm going to bring anyone else back down here. Maybe unless they have a good, you know, season, if I notice them in the stats. But I will simulate now to the end of the year. Yeah, so obviously we are not in the playoffs. Did not expect that to happen at all. We finished 4-12, so at least we're going to have another good draft pick this year. That's one positive takeaway. The Ravens are 11-5, 9-6-1 for the Steelers, 9-7 for the Browns. Joe Burrow, 4,584 yards, 28 touchdowns, 15 picks. That's a good rookie season. That's definitely Offensive Rookie of the Year caliber. So I'm good with that. And I definitely think he's going to play even better, you know, in these next few seasons. There we go. Joe Mixon was pretty good. 4.6 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, but under 1,000 yards. Interesting year for him. Not what I expected, but it's okay. Tyler Boyd was dominant. Dallas Goddard was also super good, but Tyler Boyd, 102 catches, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. He was ridiculous. But Dallas Goddard, 91 catches, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. AJ Green, 7 touchdowns. Auden Tate gets 3. Joe Mixon gets 3. The offensive line wasn't great. At least the tackle duo was not. I do have faith in Jonah Williams, but Isaiah Prince, not as much. He let up 18 sacks. That's not great. Defensively, 131 tackles here for Logan Wilson. 120 for Akeem Davis-Gaither as well. We have 14 tackles for loss for Carl Lawson, 7.5 sacks for him, 7 for Sam Hubbard. The funny thing is that Sam Hubbard got 3 sacks in the first week. So then in 15 weeks, he only got 4 more sacks. Interesting year for him. Interceptions, we have 4 for Von Bell. That could potentially be a development trade upgrade. That would be huge. 3 for Jesse Bates. Honestly, same thing for him. 1 for Trey Waynes, Darius Phillips, and William Jackson. We have no touchdowns, but we do have a safety from Sam Hubbard, and we have a blocked kick by Akeem Davis-Gaither. We were 7th in the NFL in offense. That's in terms of yardage. We probably were not the 7th best offense in the NFL. And then we were last. We could have been the last defense, but probably not. Lamar Jackson is going to win MVP. Completely understandable. Anybody, though, from the Bengals, Joe Burrow at number 9, and I don't think there is a rookie above him. This should be Offensive Rookie of the Year for him. I doubt he's going to go up to Superstar X Factor, but definitely a possibility. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson, of course. But we do have Joe Burrow at number 7. Once more, I don't think there's a rookie above him. Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Jack. Nobody from the Bengals on this list. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Joe Burrow. Exactly what I wanted to see there. And then, of course, my favorite rookie, Chris Hogan, is up there. I don't know why that's still an issue. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Patrick Queen, but Akeem Davis-Gaither, Logan Wilson at 2 and 3. Not too bad. Also, Khalid Kareem at number 10. Didn't expect to see him up there, but at least we have 2 linebackers. They're probably going to go up in development trait. Honestly, without even being on that list, I'd feel confident saying that. I'm going to spend the coach experience before we go into the Super Bowl. I think I'm just going to get the linebacker upgrade. Why not, right? I could have saved up potentially for the quarterback upgrade, but that's fine. I want to develop these linebackers as soon as possible. But let's hop into the Super Bowl. I'll scout, and then I'll let you know who's in the game. The Super Bowl here is between the Saints and the Patriots. Almost Breeze versus Brady, but it's not, of course. It's Breeze versus Newton, and Cam Newton's going to win 31-28. That'd be a crazy story if he joins the Patriots and then immediately wins the Super Bowl. Let's check out these development trade upgrades, though. So on the offensive side, Tyler Boyd is not up. What more does he have to do? What? He had such a good season. He was the NFL receptions leader. He made the Pro Bowl, and somehow that's not enough for him to go up to superstar development. That is robbery. But let's go into the defense. The linebackers, both the outside linebackers, are up in development trait, and I believe that is all. Kind of surprised Von Bell did not go up. Jesse Bates also had a really good season. It's okay, though. At least we have some players up in development trait. Logan Wilson, though, is not up. It seems like the outside linebackers go up a lot easier than middle linebackers do. So maybe I'll move Logan Wilson this next season. Try to get him to star development or something like that. But yeah, once again, AJ Green, I don't think I'm bringing back to the team. I really like AJ Green, but he's down to an 84. I don't really think he's all that worth it at the moment. Mackenzie Alexander, Mike Daniels, John Ross, Randy Bullock. I'm going to not bring back any of these guys. I think I can replace them all very easily. Let's hop into the free agency period week 1, though, and let's see who is available. Usually there are a bunch of good running backs. We don't need a running back. The top free agent is Keenan Allen. I am so tempted to go after Keenan Allen. Oh, man, I know I said I want to get T. Higgins involved, but Keenan Allen staring me straight into the eyes. I want him on the team really badly. Just look at his beard, man. Come on. How do we not go after Keenan Allen? He is a stud. I'm not going to do it, I don't think. Actually, I'll match the Giants. I'll give him 69 points. Both for the memes and just to see if he really wants to be on this team. I raised it, didn't I? Yeah, let me lower this a little bit. There we go. We got a 69-point contract. If he joins the team, it is fate. Let's see if I want anyone else, though. Chidobe Awuzie wouldn't be bad. Maybe we can, like, clear house at cornerback then as well. There's a pretty good-looking corner in the draft. I certainly want to take this one player, but Chidobe Awuzie would not be a bad pickup regardless if I draft that corner or not. So let's try to get Awuzie on the team. He's good and still pretty young. He's not going to regress at least for a couple seasons. 99 total points. I'm going to put this into the hundreds and see if we can get him. I only went after 2 players. Let's see who we ended up getting. We got Chidobe Awuzie. We did not get Keenan Allen. It's not that big of a deal, but he's not a man of culture, I guess. Unless he signed with the Giants. If he signed with the Giants, then he's definitely still a man of culture. Yeah, he went to the Giants, but after they raised it to 76, he didn't sign for 69, so never mind. Keenan Allen, not a man of culture. So Madden's really strange. They went from making it way too easy to take offensive linemen to now making it, like, impossible to get decent offensive linemen. It's so strange. But anyway, we do have the first overall pick, and I'm not exactly sure if I want to take a player with this pick. Honestly, like, I could use some offensive linemen, but these tackles aren't that good. They're all, like, late first-round talents, so I don't really want them. Alonzo Boykin, I think, is the first player I really want. I might try to transition him down to cornerback. The reason why I want him so badly is because he won the Heisman. So I think he's going to have a really good development trait. But let me see. Do I think the Dolphins are going to take a free safety? They might still be weird and take a quarterback. You never know. I don't know what Tua's up to right now. But let me just check out their roster really quickly. It doesn't say they need a free safety. Tua's a 79. They really should not take a quarterback. They do have DeMonte Kazee. So I doubt they actually do go free safety as well. So I think I can probably trade this one away with them. Let's see if they're trying to move up at all. I just quickly checked, and the Dolphins are offering their 3rd pick, but I'm not really getting too much alongside that pick. It was like a 3rd-round draft pick next year and a 5th this year. I don't really want that. So I'm going to see if I can trade this pick with the Dolphins for the 2nd pick, their 2nd this year, and their 1st-round draft pick next year. That is very close to going through, but maybe we can just throw in like a 6th-round draft pick this year or something. That might make it go through. Still pretty close. I'll make this work for sure. So they wouldn't do this for the 2nd pick, but they're going to do it for the 3rd pick. So I'm just getting pick 3, pick 8 next year projected, and pick 34 this year for the 1st pick. And now they should not take this free safety. I feel like they're going to go edge and maybe like tackle or something. Let's see what they take. They're going to go right end, Trevor Alexander. Really solid looking player. I was thinking about him. And then their 2nd pick is going to be a left outside linebacker, Ty Hitchens. Okay, well, with this draft pick, we're definitely going to be taking this free safety. I hope he can move down to cornerback. He already has really good hit power. I wouldn't mind keeping him at safety, I guess, in a way, but I do like Jesse Bates. I want Bates to start, but let's just see what happens. Welcome to the team. 77, and he has a hidden. Ranked number 2, took him at number 3. What are his coverage stats? Oh, he's not that good of a cornerback, really. 71 zone, 68 man. He might be able to make that transition, like, decently well, but I don't know how much I like that. But the fact that he has hidden development trait kind of makes him pretty, like, versatile in a way, because I can kind of mold him into, like, whatever kind of player I want. I don't know, but let's just go to pick number 6. See who's available still. Adrian Pearson is going to be drafted, one of those left tackles. I don't really know who I should take with this pick. There is an incredibly good-looking tight end available. Early first-round talent with a really good combine, but Dallas Goddard just had a really good season for us, so I don't really want to move on from him. There are some good linebackers, potentially mid-first-round talent for him. A couple guards, another middle linebacker, late first-round talent, so he doesn't look that great. There's a corner who I kind of want. It's this guy right here, but he's not supposed to go until the second round, so I might be able to wait on this guy. But honestly, I might just take him anyway. He's not going to be a bad draft pick if I take him now. And I also kind of want Craig Randolph. Early first-round talent on him as well. Gordon Turner, early second-round projection. They're both early second-round projections. So it's between these two guys. I think I'm going to take one of them now and the other one later. I could probably wait, maybe trade this pick away just to get a little bit more value back, but I don't even really want that all that much. Gordon Turner, welcome to the team. 75 with normal. That's kind of sad that he only has normal development, but that's kind of what I figured. He's still a really good cornerback, and honestly, looking at his coverage ability, I can probably move that safety down here, and he can develop quite well. Maybe I can look at Jesse Bates, and if Jesse Bates looks like a better corner, I can move him down or something. But anyway, let me take this defensive end. Craig Randolph, he looks really solid. 77 with normal. He's the best player in the entire class. Okay, well, 88 speed. That's ridiculous. 86 acceleration, 82 strength, 82 finesse moves. Yeah, he's starting somewhere. The edge rushing duo on this team last year wasn't really that great, so I don't mind replacing one of them. I don't know who I'm going to replace just yet, but I guess it'll be someone. Now, if possible, I want to take a center. And it definitely is possible. Ricky Roberts, welcome to the team. 74 overall normal development trait. Ranked number 11, we snagged him at number 33. Really solid draft pick. He is going to help out this offensive line so much, and his number is also his overall. Gotta love when that happens. And now we have the next pick in the second round too. Of course, we got this one from the Dolphins. Let's see who's on the draft board still. I'm just looking at first round talent players at the moment. There aren't any left on my draft board. I don't think, right? Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anybody. Let's see if we can snag somebody here. I might even try to trade this pick away potentially, but there's also Chuck McLean, a running back who skipped the combine. Very enticing, but we definitely don't need a running back. Also, Javier Mincy looks pretty nuts with his combine grade. Honestly, I might go ahead and try to trade this pick for an offensive lineman. I really want a right tackle. Let's see if I can get one just straight up for this pick. So I tried both of the tackles on this team, and I only got about a third of the way up the bar. But with the same exact trade, I can just get Zach Martin, so I'm going to take that all the time. So Trey Waynes is off the team, saves us some money because he's very expensive, and also that draft pick are going to the Cowboys for Zach Martin, a 98 overall right guard who is probably going to be playing... Honestly, I might have him play left tackle, and then have Jonah Williams slide to right tackle. That doesn't sound too bad to me, to be honest. But now, let's simulate to the third round. With this pick, I'm going to take another safety, Timmy Weston. This guy is just going to be a backup strong safety, but he's a really good combine. Seems like a good player. Welcome to the team. He's a 70 overall with normal, supposed to go in the second round, and we landed him with the first pick in the third round. Really athletic, pretty good hit power as well. Okay, he's going to be a good special teamer for sure. The best player still available on my draft board is Gregory Weston. He's a center, he looks pretty decent, 67 overall. I guess a tad bit of a reach, but he's certainly not a bad player. He has pretty good blocking ability. Honestly, none of those stats were that bad. He's just going to be the backup center for this team, but maybe one day he can start somewhere. Most likely not. Honestly, I think I'm good with the offensive line for the rest of this rebuild, to be honest. I have two more offensive linemen on my board, though, so I might as well take them both. Ryan Cartwright, welcome to the team. 65 with normal. Maybe we can snag someone with Hidden or something, and they can start one day. If one of these guys has Hidden, I wouldn't mind starting him over Billy Price. Maybe that can happen. I'm still a little optimistic. Let's go with one more offensive lineman, Britton Spriggs. 65 with normal. That guy was supposed to go undrafted, though, so he's a really good player. Now, I technically need a kicker, so I think I might just take one in the draft, just to see if I can get anyone decent, because if I can get a good rookie kicker, that would be quite nice. Here we go. We have a couple options. Jamie Donald, Michael Platt, Taylor Stevens, Trip Otto. This guy's name is Trip Otto. Oh man, I think I want to take him, but there's also the best combine kicker, which does not matter. Trip Otto, welcome to the team. 70 with normal. That was a great pick. 87 kick power, 74 kick accuracy. Look at that throw power, though. That's where he is going to win games for us. 14 throw power. How far does that translate to throwing a football? Can this man like barely throw for a first down or something? What is that? He could have been like a soccer player. Maybe he doesn't know how to just even throw a football. He's just really good at kicking things. Who knows? I think this draft went really well. We have a potential superstar. Just because he won the Heisman, it's always there. Hidden development traits, obviously much more rare this season than they have been in the past. So it's cool that we actually were able to get one. We do have the best player in the class. I guess there's two of them kind of tied. I think there was another 77 as well. But then we have a 75, a 74, a 70, and a couple guys in the 60s, and then another 70. Trip Auto. Just go by the name, boys, whenever you're taking a kicker. But there are 3 77 overall players. Bobby Harris is the other one. Hidden development trait for him, 6'6". He is huge and incredibly strong. Really good defensive tackle here for the Titans. Let's go ahead and check out his development trait. He has star development. Okay, but he's still a really good player. Potential to go up in development, obviously. Randy Craig looks pretty good. Where's that tight end? It's this guy, Kenny Bridge. Normal development only, but this guy is really good. 83 speed, 86 catching, not horrible run blocking, 89 acceleration as well. I'm sure he's going to help out Josh Allen quite a bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with our draft. I think we did very well this year. I think the team just got a lot better through free agency and the draft. I'm excited to see where they are this season. Yeah, so this team for this next season, I think, is a lot better than the team was last year. We're an 83, 85 offense, 81 defense. The offensive scheme fit isn't the best. I'll work on that. But Joe Burrow, I think, just has a better team to play on now. You know, the offensive line got better. Zach Martin, 97 overall left tackle. Jonah Williams did move to right tackle. Sadly, no more AJ Green, but now T. Higgins is going to be starting. Can see what he can do. And then on the defensive side, I decided to start Boykin at strong safety. I was going to move him down to corner, but just looking at it, like, I think we have a pretty good group of corners at the moment, and Boykin doesn't really fit down there all that well. I feel like he could have played down there fairly well. Jesse Bates probably as well. But Von Bell still only has normal development. He's also 26 years old. So maybe for like 24, I'd start him again. But for now, I'm going to have Boykin. I think Boykin has way more potential. I also think he's going to have at least superstar development too. So I'm excited to see what he turns out to be. But Randolph is going to be starting at right end. Sam Hubbard wasn't great last year. He was pretty good, I guess. But a lot of that was because of that first week performance where he had like 3 sacks. He's also 26, so he's getting sort of old at the moment. He's going to regress fairly shortly, so I definitely want Randolph, the best player in the class last year, to be starting somewhere on this team. He's going to be at right end. I think he can do perfectly fine down there, and this team, I think, can make it into the playoffs. We'll have to see how they do, but let me just change the offensive scheme fit really quickly, because 64% is not great. The best we have is 76%, so let's go into that, I guess. Joe Burrow is probably not even close to a strong arm quarterback, though. His throw power is not that great in this game. Strong arm's 83, so it's actually second. We can try to get him into that at some point. I don't really know if it's going to happen. Because with auto progression, I feel like they just go into whichever one is the highest overall. They never even bother with the scheme fit, it seems like. Not a big deal. We're going to simulate now. I'll see you at the midseason mark. Okay, so we're at the midseason now. Let's see what the record looks like. We are 5-2, actually. So playing way better than we did last year at this point. 4-4 for the Ravens, 3-4 for the Browns, and then 1-6 for the Steelers, who we just beat. Nice to see that, at least. I'm really excited to see this development trait, though, of this strong safety on defense. Please show me at least superstar development. This man has superstar. That's perfect. Maybe that'll eventually go up. I don't really know. Also, I didn't really point this out, but I know I mentioned that I could move Logan Wilson outside, and maybe he'd go up in development right after the year. I'm just going to let him stay at middle. He was pretty good last year. I'm going to see if he can go up in development this season. So Dallas Goddard is the top free agent. I kind of want him back on the team. He had a really good season for us year 1. Jesse Bates I would like back. Auden Tate I should probably bring back. Sam Hubbard I don't really need. Billy Price I could probably replace as well, but he's not that bad, so maybe we do bring him back. So at least there's no one like super expensive right now. But Dallas Goddard I do want back on the team. He was a good tight end for us last season. He's coming back on the team as well for another 4 seasons. Jesse Bates I want for a while. He's a good safety and he's young. He's also not asking for too much money. So this is a good contract in my opinion. He's coming back onto the team for quite some time. Auden Tate, I probably should give a contract to. I'm going to give him this base contract if he'd like it. He does. Coming back on the team for the next couple seasons. Sam Hubbard I don't really want. Darius Phillips is the 4th corner. We don't really need him. Giovanni Bernard I don't really want. Billy Price I can replace. Yeah, so I'm good with those guys who we signed back. The top 3 players I think are the only ones I'm going to go after. And I kind of want the quarterback upgrade, so I'm not going to spend my coach experience just yet. I'm going to wait until like week 15 and see if I can get it. It seems like we just barely were able to sneak into the playoffs this season. We finished 9-7, and we have to go up against the 10-6 Chargers. 2 other teams in this division also went 9-7, and then the Steelers down there at 4-12. Well, Joe Burrow this season, 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 13 picks. He definitely took that leap. He could certainly be MVP this year. I would not be surprised if he did win that award. Joe Mixon, 1,100 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, 11 rushing touchdowns. T. Higgins was ridiculous this year. He played the slot, and he did that very well. About 100 catches, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, over 1,000 yards again. Dallas Goddard, almost 1,000 yards. So this receiving core was incredibly solid this season. The offensive line should be a lot better, and it definitely was a lot better. Defensively then, Alonzo Boykin, the strong safety, 106 tackles, 105 for William Jackson. We have 14 tackles for loss for Gino Atkins, 8.5 sacks for Carl Lawson, 7 for Craig Randolph, so he played about just as well as Sam Hubbard did. And this was his rookie season, so perfectly fine with that. 3 picks for Gordon Turner, Von Bell, and Chidobe Awuzie. 2 for William Jackson and Jesse Bates, 1 for Alonzo Boykin, Logan Wilson, Akeem Davis-Gaither, and Jermaine Pratt. So the reason why Von Bell actually played a lot is because I had Boykin as the sub linebacker. I figured that was a good spot for him, just so he could play like kind of all over the defense in a way. Let me check out, not kicking. Actually, Trip Auto was actually pretty average, I feel like, this season. But anyway, let's go over these touchdowns, safeties, and blocked kicks and whatnot. We have at least 1 touchdown. There we go, William Jackson the third. Safeties, we have 1, Gino Atkins, and then blocked kicks, we have 1, Khalid Kareem. Let's go. He might be like a backup defensive end, but he did contribute this season. 7th in the NFL on offense, and then 20th on defense. So we're getting better, at least on the defensive side. MVP was Deshaun Watson. Joe Burrow at number 4, so close. But I do see Nick Foles at number 6. Ridiculous that he's always up there. I don't understand. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow at number 4, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Burrow goes up in development trait this year. That'd be really cool if it can be an X Factor. Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Jack. Nobody from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kenny Bridge, that tight end. Nobody from the Bengals. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Alonzo Boykin, followed by Gordon Turner and Craig Randolph. There we go. That's the season I wanted. These guys are all playing really well. Also, I did not get the quarterback upgrade the week I wanted to. Completely forgot to even check if I had enough experience points. We were kind of on a losing streak at that point, so I don't think I did anyway. But regardless, we're going to get the quarterback training boost right now, just to get Joe Burrow a little bit more, experience throughout these games and whatnot. Let's check out the overall difference, though. We probably have a higher overall team, and we do. We're in 88. They are in 85. But they do have more X factors. One of them is Derwin James, who sadly will miss the season in real life. That sucks so much, man. I can't imagine being a Chargers fan. That would be so unfortunate to deal with those injuries every single year. We do lose that game, 37-31. It's pretty sad, but hopefully we will be back in the playoffs again next year, to kind of redeem ourselves. The Saints and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. I think the Saints are going to win here. Let's see what happens, though. They do win, 35-21. One of the better teams in this game, for sure. But let's see if Joe Burrow is up to Superstar X Factor. He is. He's a 92 overall as well, with another experience point. He is ridiculous, man. He's played so well for us so far. And then T. Higgins is up to Star. That's really nice to see. I'm very happy with how this offense played this last year. And then on the defensive side, Jermaine Pratt, Akeem Davis-Gaither, both up to Superstar. Logan Wilson, once again, not up in development trade. I don't really remember him doing all that much this year anyway, but maybe this season we can finally move him outside, see if he can go up in development trade. I might even try to get a new linebacker, because there are some pretty good-looking linebackers in this upcoming class. Linebackers are super easy to get anyway. I don't really want to replace Logan Wilson. I kind of feel bad for him, but he is 26. So he's actually going to regress in like a couple of years anyway, which is kind of funny, seeing as he was just drafted. But let's see if we want anybody here. So Sam Hubbard, I already know I don't want. I just quickly went through them, and I don't want any of those players there. So let's go ahead and hop into free agency. We do need a new offensive lineman because Billy Price was one of those free agents, and I just didn't really want to bring him back. Fred Warner, of course, is available. He'd help out this team, but I'm not going to go after him. Orlando Brown could probably join the team. I was thinking I can move Zach Martin then back to guard. Mike McGlinchey is also available. So maybe I can go after Mike McGlinchey, have him play left tackle. But the only problem is I don't want to keep switching up the offensive line every single season. Braden Smith is available. Rashaan Evans is here. There are some really good players right now. Yeah, so free agency is really stacked at the moment, but I don't really want any of the really good players. Like, I don't really think I need anyone in particular anymore. But we did get Kelechi Osemele. I actually got Kareem Hunt as well. I gave Kareem Hunt such a small deal. He's just going to be the backup running back, and I think he's still going to add a lot of value to this team because your backup running back matters a little bit, at least here. And then Kelechi Osemele is going to be playing right guard. If I can't draft a guard, he's going to be starting, but I just got him just in case I don't find a good guard in the draft, but I will see you guys in the draft. This is the worst left guard draft class I have ever seen. Literally none of these guys are supposed to be drafted. What? That is insane. I have never seen a position this bad before. What? There has to be at least one good guy down here, right? Bro, I actually can't believe this. These guys are so bad. This is insane. Okay, so I am in the draft now, and I have 2 first-round draft picks, and I kind of want to use one of them to trade up really early, because I want a cornerback. This one corner looks really good, and he also won the Heisman. I don't think I'll trade up to pick number 1. Let me see if I can even do this, though. The player will be pretty expensive, but honestly, he's probably worth it. Boys, the draft is really easy. Just letting you know. I'm trading up with the Cardinals. I'm giving them the 23rd overall pick, our backup center, and a 5th-round draft pick to move up to pick number 1. Ridiculous how easy it is to trade up in the draft. I probably didn't have to trade up all the way to pick number 1, but I want to be sure I can get this player. This guy won the Heisman, so we're taking back-to-back Heisman winners. It's a Larry Sharp. Now, the thing with him is that I scouted him before I realized he won the Heisman. So there could be a really good stat hidden underneath these top 3, because that already happened in a rebuild of mine with a receiver. I didn't end up taking the receiver, but he had like 99 medium route running, and medium route running was not one of his top 3 skills. So I guess that can happen. Anyway, though, this guy ran a 4.37. He's 6'2". He looks very good. Welcome to the team. He should also have hidden. He does have hidden. He's a 78 overall, ranked number 1 in the entire class. Let's go ahead and check out these stats. 94 speed and acceleration, really good jumping, really good agility, a good coverage ability as well. This guy is a beast, and I'm really happy we were able to take him. I feel like he might replace William Jackson now. Now, I don't know if I'm going to trade William Jackson. Definitely a possibility, but I don't even know who I'd trade for, to be completely honest. And now at pick number 10, I think I'm going to take a linebacker. This guy might end up starting over Logan Wilson, but he looks really good. Jaquez Rice. Early first-round talent. He's 6'4" and ran a 4.45. That is nutty. This dude's a 76 with normal. He's ranked number 9. We took him at number 10, but how fast are you? 89 speed. Being 6'4". Please tell me I can find somebody like this in my New York Giants franchise. I'll be so happy if that's possible. But anyway, this guy's definitely going to be starting at middle linebacker. I kind of feel bad for Logan Wilson, but, you know, it happens. It definitely happens. If he went up in development trait, maybe I wouldn't have done this. I definitely could have had him go up in development trait if, you know, I moved him outside. But whatever. We're chilling. There are some good receivers left. Might as well take one of these guys. There was like a first-round talent receiver later, and I think he got selected. So he might as well. Nathan Dillon, mid-second-round talent, but he ran a 4.29. Yeah, you're on the team, my dude. Okay, so this dude's a 70 with hidden development trait. Probably just star, but this guy's insanely fast. 96 speed, 93 acceleration, 80 catching, good deep route running. He's a 91 kick returner as well. Alright, so this guy is definitely going to be playing, at least on special teams. That was a really good selection. Okay, this draft, I think, is going a little bit better than the first draft. Nathan Dillon is still here. How? How is he still available? I don't really want him, but that's crazy. There was a pretty good-looking halfback, and he is actually not here. He got selected. There was some dude with A+ carrying. But I still think I'm going to take this guy. He looks solid enough to be our 3rd-string running back. He's a 73 with normal. Ranked number 21. We took him at number 87. This guy is really balanced. He does everything very well. I guess aside from catching, but, you know, he's agile. He can truck. Good carrying as well. He's a good running back. Okay, so I apologize if you're able to hear my brother in the background. He's playing Rocket League with some friends in the next room over. My microphone might be picking him up. I apologize if you hear him in the background. But look at this receiver. Rashard Billups. Another speedster. 94 speed, 91 acceleration, 81 catching. We just got 2 incredible kick returners in the same draft. One of them the computer took from me. That's nuts. We also got a 67 overall middle linebacker, Mike Cooper. 87 speed, 85 pursuit, 86 hit power. It's so easy to find good linebackers. Ridiculous. And then a 60 overall center. Okay, well anyway, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this draft. We have the best player in the entire class, and he's the true best player. There are a couple 77s here as well, some 76s, but I'm really happy with the cornerback we selected. This was a really good cornerback class in general, but this guy only has normal. He's a 76. He's certainly not bad at all. Let's check out some of these other guys. This guy's a 74. Normal development for him as well. Anthony Byers. Another 74, Lamar Goodwin. Normal development. A 73 this time, Clyde Griffin. Normal development. I think he might be the last, like, first-round talent cornerback. Actually, there's one more here. He went in the second round. He looks pretty good. Marcel Kaysen, 72 overall for him. I'm not sure if he's still a first-round talent. I don't know how many, players I went down. He's a 72, though, so he probably was like a late first-round talent or something like that. But anyway, this was another really good draft, in my opinion. Now I might move on from William Jackson and potentially some other players. I just don't know what I want to get. Like, I think this team is in a really good position. I don't really want to trade for anyone, so I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave the team the way it is. Honestly, I do think this team can make it into the playoffs here once more. This offense was insane last year, and they shouldn't slow down. They're better than they were last year, just because these players have progressed really well. Joe Burrow hopefully can win MVP this year. He got close last year. And then on the defensive side, we're going to have Rice at middle linebacker, and then we're going to have Sharp 100% playing somewhere. He's probably going to be the number 2 corner. I don't know if I want Turner starting or William Jackson. It's a rough decision. They're both pretty good, but I think I'm going to start Turner just because he's younger, a bit more potential there. But yeah, this is going to be the team for this next season. I think this team has a ton of potential, and there's really not too much more to say. I'll just see you guys at the midseason. Okay, so the team is playing well here once again at the midseason mark. We are 4-2-1, and the Jets are 1-7. They're struggling. Hopefully we can win this game. We are in 3rd place though currently, 5-2 for the Ravens and the Steelers, and then 3-4 for the Browns. So the Browns aren't even that far behind us. So this is still not a guaranteed like playoff spot. Hopefully we can play well the second half of the year. But let's go ahead and check out the development trait of this cornerback. Please tell me he's at least superstar. This guy has superstar development. Okay, there we go. He was an excellent draft pick then. I'm so happy we were able to land him. Let's see who has to come back to the team though. Elgton Jenkins, the top free agent. I want him very badly. One of our better offensive linemen. Gino Atkins, man, maybe on a 1-year deal. I'll have to see. Von Bell isn't playing too much anymore. Jonah Williams, I would like. Jermaine Pratt, I should probably bring back. And I think he might be it as of now. I don't even know if I'm going to go another season. If, we do well in the playoffs, I probably won't. But let's go ahead and bring these players back quickly. Jenkins and Pratt are both coming back to the team. Williams did not accept yet, but I'll try to get him as soon as I can. Oh my, we got shut out by the Jets? They were 1-7. What? Okay, that's not a good look for this offense at least. What happened? The defense also allowed 34 points. Jeez, man. Okay, well, let's try to get Jonah Williams back on the team. He wants a better bonus. What about 3.5 mil, my dude? There we go. He's coming back to the team. Man, okay, maybe we do have to go another season. I really thought we'd make the playoffs this year, especially with a 90 overall team. But I guess it's still up in the air here. We managed to make the playoffs, but we finished 8-7-1, so we didn't really do that great this year. We were in 2nd place, though. 10-6 for the Steelers, 8-8 for the Ravens, 7-9 for the Browns. So aside from the Steelers, this division was insanely close. Okay, well anyway, let's check out Joe Burrow's season once again. 4,410 yards, 34 passing touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Throwing a lot of picks, but a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. I'll take it here. Not too bad, I guess. Joe Mixon, 1,149 yards, 8 touchdowns, but this is why I went after Kareem Hunt. He had 12 touchdowns with 503 yards, 4.7 yards per carry. Okay, really good running back duo here. T. Higgins has been very impressive so far. 1,272 yards, 13 touchdowns. Dallas Goddard, about 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, taking a step back, but still pretty solid. Auden Tate, also not too bad there. The offensive line was really good here once more. Defensively, we have 133 tackles for the rookie Jaquez Rice. We have 10 tackles for loss for Hakeem Davis-Gaither leading the team. We have 9 sacks from Carl Lawson and Gino Atkins, 6 for Craig Randolph. 4 picks for Jesse Bates and Chidobe Awuzie, 2 for Jaquez Rice, 1 for Hakeem Davis-Gaither, and Jermaine Pratt. If Pratt goes up to Superstar X Factor with only 55 tackles and 7 tackles for loss, I'm going to freak out. That doesn't make any sense. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any. We don't have any safeties either. And then blocked kicks, we have 1, Khalid Kareem. We were 4th in the NFL on offense, and now we are last on defense. So not great. 3rd in points scored, though. Not too bad. Matt Ryan is going to win MVP. But we do have Joe Burrow at number 8. Okay, cool to see him still up here. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen. But we do have Joe Burrow at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Jack. Our middle linebacker, nowhere to be seen. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kevin Garnes. Dion Radley, though, at number 4. Maybe one of those receivers or a running back. I don't remember who that was. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jaquez Rice. Larry Sharp also at number 3. Okay, so not a bad season here once again, development-wise. We have a lot of coach experience once more, too. I might spend it on the wide receiver upgrade. Let me go ahead and do that. So now that that is done, let's hop into this game. Let's just see what the Bills' overall is. We should have a higher overall. I'd imagine by quite a bit. Yeah, we have a 5 overall advantage over the Bills. They have a bunch of X factors though, so this is going to be a tough game. The Bills have a good team. They're fairly underrated in this game in my opinion, but let's advance by, see if we can win. Okay, so sadly we actually lost again. That's really unfortunate. Let's hop into the Super Bowl. I will go one more season, see if we can get this team a playoff win at some point. But the Bills make it all the way to the Super Bowl, and they have to go up against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see who's going to win this Super Bowl, though. Maybe the Bills will win. Let's see if we lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner. And we actually did. 35-31, the Bills are going to win. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check out these player upgrades. Let's see if T. Higgins is up to superstar development. He very well could be, and he is. He's going to be about as high of an overall as Auden Tate as well. Youngblood has star development. He's up to a 76. Man, this guy's a good player. This is the incredibly fast receiver, right? Yeah, 97 speed, really good deep route running. Man, this guy's a really good deep threat. He'd be fun to actually use as well. His short route running kind of sucks, but honestly, he's good at pretty much everything else there. I don't think anyone else here on the offense is up in development trait, but then maybe on the defensive side, Rice is up to star development. Nice to see him being upgraded. Gino Atkins, I think, retired, so we need another defensive tackle. I don't really think I need another corner or really anything else on this team, honestly. I think this team is in a really good position for another playoff run, but we could use another defensive tackle for sure. If I can't find one in free agency, I will look into the draft. But let's hop into free agency. We have just under $33 million to spend here as well, so we definitely have some money. Devin Singletary is the top free agent, but Matthew Ioannidis is here. I should probably go after him. Actually, no, Dexter Lawrence I'm going to go after. I can move him to defensive tackle very easily. He's also a lot younger, so Dexter Lawrence, 100 points. I'm probably going to up this even more just to make sure we get him. I see another really interesting player down here. I see Brian Burns. He's a really good player, but I don't think I need him. I like Carl Lawson and I like Randolph, so I don't think I need him on the team. The only player I'm going to go after is Dexter Lawrence. We're going to move him to defensive tackle, hopefully. He should go up in overall as well. That's definitely where he'd fit better in a 4-3, for sure. Let's see if we got him on the team, though. We did. Okay, so he's going to help out this interior pretty well. It's pretty funny that he's the same number as Gino Atkins as well. That's really fitting. But anyway, let's see what his overall is now. Does it go up at that position? It probably should. It did go up. I'm pretty sure he was an 85 at defensive end. Now he's an 87 at D tackle. I'm excited to have him there. We're going to hop into the draft, and there's really nothing I need right now. Honestly, I might just take the Heisman just because. It's a running back, Dakota Vincent. I kind of want to take the Heisman just so we take 3 Heisman players in a row. I don't know. But anyway, let's start the draft. Let me move my face cam over as well. There we go. Now it's at the bottom left. We have the 21st pick. Let me see when this running back is supposed to go. I don't really want to trade up to take a 3rd string running back. I think it's this guy, Dakota Vincent. This seems familiar to me. I don't want to trade up to take a running back. I'm not going to do it. It'd be a cool storyline, but if he's still there, I'll take him at the 21st pick. Yeah, it'll be a cool storyline to have a team take 3 Heisman winners in a row. There's still a chance here, though, for sure. Just because, like, running backs aren't valued too much in drafts, for the most part. He is not still available. It's okay, though. Let's just take, like, the best player available, then. I think I'm just going to take a baller. Somebody who skipped the combine. Welcome to the team, Eli Parnell. 72 with normal. He's definitely a solid player. More of a defensive tackle as well. 82 speed, though. Being over 310 pounds is quite nutty. He's not going to play really at all, but I figured I'd take him just because of the combine. I feel like I've been talking for like a long time. I can kind of feel my voice like fading away slowly. We're going to take a quarterback, though. A 6.9 combine grade quarterback. Come on, we have to take him. He's going to be beautiful. 72, and he actually has hidden development trait. Oh my, that combine grade. Nice. And that's all you need to see. 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 agility. Okay. Dude, this guy's sick. He'd be such a fun player to develop, but that's not going to happen. Hopefully he has a good development trait, though, just to make for a really good player. This guy's going to be a superstar X Factor in my heart anyway, just because of the combine. But if he actually is a superstar X Factor as well, that would be nutty. But now in the 3rd round, I'll make one more selection, and then we can simulate. The best player available looks like this guy, Mitchell Fitzpatrick. The scout did a brilliant job, you know, scouting, by the way. I haven't had a player scouted in such a long time. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm just going to go with Fitzpatrick. He looks like the best player left still. 68 overall, not as nice, but still, he's a good player. He's not going to play at all either. Like, nobody I would have taken there would have actually started. But now, let's go to the end of the draft. So, obviously, we landed the best player in this class. It didn't say it on the screen, but I think that's just a glitch in the game because Braxton Price, obviously the best player in this entire class. But let's go ahead and actually check out who the best player in the class is in terms of overall, a pretty arbitrary thing to go by instead of ballerness. But Dakota Vincent is the best player in the entire class. This is the guy who won the Heisman, correct? Oh, he's really good. He'd be such a fun player to have on a franchise as well. I say that like twice a video, but it's just cool pointing out players who would be really fun to actually use. Let's see what his development trait is. I imagine it's at least Superstar since he won the Heisman. If it's X Factor, this guy's insane. It is Superstar X Factor. That guy is a stud. Oh man, I want a player like that in one of my franchise modes one day. Hopefully I get him at some point. Not as much on my Giants franchise because we do have Saquon. I don't really need a Superstar X Factor running back to back him up or anything like that. But let me advance this week. I'll get the team in order, and I'll let you know what it looks like for this final season. Okay, so the team here is a 91 overall, 93 offense, 89 defense. This team should certainly be back in the playoffs once again. I guess if they don't make it into the playoffs, maybe I can go one more year. We actually do need a right guard. I didn't really notice that we had that hole there. I guess Kalichio Semele isn't on the team anymore. I guess I just missed him. I'll just go trade for a right guard or sign one in free agency or something. But Rice is definitely starting at middle linebacker. Who is this guy? Drew Ryan? Where did you come from? Did the computer sign this guy? I don't remember him at all. Okay. That guy's pretty good. Yeah, but we can definitely go ahead and trade for a new guard if there aren't any in free agency. Let me go ahead and check. Usually offensive linemen are scooped up. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be one here. Dennis Daly wouldn't be too bad, but I'd rather just trade for one. I'll just go that route. I'm sure I can get somebody here. And just like that, I am landing Ali Marpet. We are giving them our 3rd string defensive tackle and a 5th round draft pick to get the left guard. I'm going to move him over to right guard, I think. But then the team is finalized, so I will see you guys at the end of the season. Wait, hang on. Before I simulate, we found Brian Westbrook. He doesn't look the same. Retirement hasn't been too great to him, I guess. I don't know, but he's our new punter. Good to see him back in the league once again. I'm kind of baffled that this team only went 9-6-1, but I'll take another playoff spot. 10-5-1 for the Browns, 9-7 for the Ravens, 4-9-3 for the Steelers. What a strange record, but okay, whatever. Let's see how Joe Burrow did this season. 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns. How many interceptions? Only 10 picks. That's a really good year to have. There we go, Joe Burrow. Joe Mixon, 1,323 yards, 6 yards per carry, about 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns as well for Kareem Hunt. Receiving-wise, T. Higgins is insane right now. 1,221 yards, 13 touchdowns. About 1,000 yards for Tyler Boyd and Dallas Goddard. 3 touchdowns for Boyd, 8 touchdowns for Goddard, 800 yards for Auden Tate. These receivers have been performing so well. Same thing with the offensive line. It's been really good this entire time, really. Jaquez Rice with 141 tackles. All right, bud. 14 tackles for loss for Carl Lawson. We have 10.5 sacks for Craig Randolph. There we go, finally someone in the double digits. Interceptions, we have 3 for Alonzo Boykin, and then 1 for a lot of different players. We have no touchdowns or safeties, but we do have 2 blocked kicks, Jesse Bates and Rich Moore. All right, well, let's go ahead and check out the rankings. We are first in terms of yards on offense. Defensively, maybe like top 10? Nah, never mind. Not even close. 29th. I thought that maybe we did better on defense, but doesn't really seem like it at all. Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP. Joe Burrow, though, at number 3. Jameis Winston on the Giants. Interesting. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Miles Jack. Jaquez Rice, though, at number 5. There we go. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Jones. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Kenya Kirksey. We do have Eli Parnell, though, at number 5. I think he's a defensive end. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. Joe Burrow, though, at number 3. Best running back is Marlon Mack. Joe Mixon at number 2. Best wide receiver is Devin Duvernay. That's pretty cool. T. Higgins at number 2, though. So 2 players from this draft class, you know, at the top 2. That's awesome. Best offensive lineman is Quentin Nelson, but Zach Martin, Ali Marpet at number 3 and number 4. Elgton Jenkins at number 8 as well. Best defensive lineman is Myles Garrett. We do have Craig Randolph, though, at number 7. Best linebacker is Von Miller. Jaquez Rice at number 10 just barely makes it. Best defensive back is Marlon Humphrey, up to a 97. He is so good, man. Alonzo Boykin, though, at number 8. Let's go. Best kicker, Jake Elliott is going to win that one. But Trip Otto, my man, at number 6. Well, let's see if we can finally win a playoff game here. I don't really think it's going to happen. We've had really bad luck this whole time. This offense is a 97. The team is a 94. and we have to plan a wild card round. That is blasphemous, but let's go ahead and spend my coach experience. The game is really laggy at the moment. This kind of happens the more you progress like into a franchise. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. We're going to spend the coach experience, and we clearly have a better overall team than the Dolphins. There's no way we don't, but Tua versus Joe Burrow, this could be a really fun matchup to see. Mikhail Van Noy is up to Superstar X Factor. All right, well, they're an 84 overall. We have 10 overall points on this team. Please tell me we can at least win this game. If not, this one's going to end on a sad note. But let's see what happens. Did we win that game? We actually did, at 35-23. The team finally playing up to their potential, I think, in the postseason. We should have a much higher overall than the Colts as well. They're an 86, obviously a 94 for us. We have an 8 overall advantage over this team. Let's just hop right into the conference championship game. If we're in this game, I will actually hop in just to simulate, like, you know, from above, how I normally do. Let's see if we're in the conference championship, though. And we are not. 42-21, the Colts are going to take us down. Let's hop into the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts make it all the way to the Super Bowl. They're not in the Super Bowl. It's the Giants and the Raiders. Let's advance by, though, and see who is going to win this one. Pretty interesting Super Bowl, but I think I might go to the Giants. Let's see if Jameis Winston can win a Super Bowl as a starting quarterback. Let's go. 27-10, they can. Look at that. Joe Burrow has to come back to the team. No. I'm just going to end the video. I'm not going to bother with his contract, but let's just take a quick look at the roster. This team is so good right now. 94 overall, 97 offense, 92 defense. There is not a bad position on this entire roster. It is actually insane. The middle linebacker did not go up in development trait. I don't think anyone here is up, but this guy has superstar, Drew Ryan. Sure, dude. You have superstar development, I guess. That's pretty crazy. Really good tackler. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really liked how Joe Burrow progressed. He turned into one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. Him and T. Higgins developed some kind of connection there. It was really cool to see. But thanks so much for watching one final time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take